The Carolina Panthers have a major decision in just about 2 weeks when they have to make their selection at the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, which they gave up an incredible amount to get. They seem to be considering a few options, all quarterbacks, and also releasing information to the media that makes it seem like they're settled on everyone, basically. Maybe a smokescreen to try to get them traded up, but in our opinion, there is a clear option. Before that, though, let's discuss the two other ones that we think are seriously being considered, why they could be thinking those players, and why we would not be going with those players. Bryce Young seems to be the favorite by the media draft experts to go number 1 to Carolina. They may feel that this is their best choice if they're coveting a leader above everything else, and Young does have some potential as a slightly above average game manager with okay athleticism and okay arm, great decision making, and the leadership, again, that players around him will follow. We feel like he's more decent prospect versus elite prospect, which is why we don't think they'll go with him. His upside, in our opinion, is capped. We don't view him as this generational talent. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Kyler Murray. We view him similar to Alex Smith, someone who could have a very decent career, but also is never going to be a top 5 at the position. And that's not a knock on Bryce Young. We think that's a fair comparison, and we suspect he will possibly get to the Pro Bowl a year or two, but we also feel like there are better options here for Carolina. The massive swing, and perhaps even the player they had in mind when they first traded up, is Anthony Richardson. There may not be another quarterback prospect in history with as much athletic upside and potential with a cannon for an arm as the Florida quarterback. There are weird comps floating around to Jamarcus Russell which just don't make sense. Anthony Richardson, by all accounts, has a great leadership potential. He understands the game, and nothing about him suggests he won't always try to get better. He, at the combine, despite blowing the roof off the place and having a legendary combine, only talked about things he could have done better, which are the signs that he will improve despite only starting in 14 games. It is a massive risk, which is why we don't think Carolina will do it. Jobs are on the line, and Anthony Richardson is not going to pay immediate dividends. He's going to take a little bit of time. The payoff is going to be massive in our opinion, but when you trade up everything that Carolina did, then there's really expectations that they're going to play right away, which leads us to the only option, and that is CJ Stroud. Stroud comes with the best combination of floor and ceiling. We have him compared to Jameis Winston, but if you were to say Joe Burrow, we see it, although we think Burrow is a more vocal leader and has that killer instinct that not many have, and we don't know if Stroud has that. His tape is inconsistent, but what you do know is he has elite anticipation, decent to above average throw power, underrated athleticism that he showed in the game versus Georgia. He certainly is not a bad leader, but he also is not one, at least it doesn't seem like he's one that's going to command the locker room. And he also is iffy in the media. His combine answer of looking up to Michael Vick and Deshaun Watson, while clearly not what he meant, could have been a much better answer. That being said, we really like Stroud, and we think he is the most complete prospect of the quarterbacks, and in our opinion, it is an obvious choice for him to be number 1, and this is how we feel Carolina will go. If they were to go Anthony Richardson, we could understand it, but man, that would be really putting Frank Reich and the front office on high alert, a very hot seat, and it would probably push Anthony Richardson into action sooner than you want. We are the Gridiron Review. We cover NFL draft content. Keep a lookout for our channel. Give us a like, subscribe, check out our other stuff. Let us know, leave comments. We appreciate all of the engagement, and we just hope to see our channel grow and you grow with us. Thanks.